It's Labor Day 2019. Hurricane Dorian, Category 4, virtually stalled in the Bahamas. There are few words that can probably describe exactly what's been happening in the last 24 hours, how devastating it has been, moving slowly over the island of Grand Bahama. Still there as of this morning. You'll notice the eye very clear, still not at the coast of Florida, but that is the forecast question. How close will it get to the coast of Florida, as well as Georgia and South Carolina? Forecast rainfall shows the heaviest rain offshore. That's based on the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. It's not to say you're not going to get a lot of rain onshore in the U.S., but this is the current track forecast. It is going to turn. It is basically not moving right now, but I want you to look back, think back to Hurricane Irma in 2017. It was a storm moving westward along the coast of Cuba and then made a turn to Florida. Don't forget Hurricane Matthew in 2016. It virtually hugged the coast of Florida, and as we look at Dorian, it'll have those two things in common. Now, Dorian may actually make landfall, even though you tend to focus on the center point of that forecast cone. The cone is the possibility. So yes, it can make landfall in Florida, Georgia, or the Carolinas. It should stay just offshore, and as of early morning, the hurricane force winds extend out in a radius of about 45 miles. That would mean if it stays offshore by 50, 60 miles, you wouldn't necessarily feel those hurricane force winds onshore, but that would be a projection. It's not a guarantee. You've got to plan for the worst and hope for the best. The other hurricane cliche that holds true: run from the water, hide from the wind. That means if you're in a storm surge zone or a flood zone, you have got to get out of the way. Here's a different perspective, a different colorized satellite to show a meteorologist where the tallest clouds are. This again gives us a clue to the strength of the storm, how it's developing. Still, it has a very clear eye. What will work against it is the fact that it's not moving much. Cold water is coming up from beneath. That should help to weaken it. It's also moving into a spot where there's a little more wind shear, which should also weaken it. However, on the other hand, it's approaching the Gulf Stream, which is a current of warm water right off the coast of Florida. Stay updated to your local forecast. Keep up with the local details and have a plan. Be safe. I'm meteorologist Alan Seals.